All right, welcome to Owning Your Health. This is a podcast where we're ultimately here to help you become your own health expert. This show is for you and it's about you. And ultimately, we want you to help win victory over your current health condition. But not only that, we want you to have a different outlook, a different philosophy on how you see health, so that when you come across these things that you have questions about with your health, you can go back to, hey, my body is wonderfully and powerfully made. It doesn't need help healing. It just needs no interference. Is this going to help my body heal, or is it going to add interference? And that's how you can make all of your health decisions on that basic, simple concept there. All right, Dr. Holly, so I got a question for you.
Let's do it.
Do you like us in all black?
It's a solid uniform.
It's good, doesn't it? Yeah.
The tan arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've been going to the trainer the last 2 weeks since.
Yeah, I went twice.
You had a baby 4 months ago. You've been twice to the trainer. I can tell the biceps look nicer.
Brought them out for the show. If you're listening, you can't see them, but you can log into YouTube and find us.
Yes. So do you want to give your trainer a shout out?
Yeah, David Lohman.
David Lohman, yeah.
What's his podcast?
Lohman Health, I think.
Yeah, dial into him.
Lohman Health it's a great podcast. He was on our show a while back. But do you what's the name of his new gym?
I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, David. We'll get back to you on that one. But anyways, he's an awesome trainer. So today's topic, we're going to talk about something really cool. We're going to talk about detoxing your house, not your body. That's important too. And your body needs to be detoxing because we live in a chemical world. But how do you detox your home so that you can reduce the chemical stress on your body? Right?
Yes.
There's physical, there's chemical, there's emotional stress. Our body doesn't know the difference. Stress is stress to the body. It's going to have the same, when your stress levels are high, you're not digesting food very well. When your stress levels are high, your immune immune response is going to go down. You're going to have not sleep as well. You're not going to reproduce as well. Your reproductive system, is going to come down. Your cholesterol is going to go up. Your heart rate can go up. Your blood pressure can go up. Thyroid function decreases when you're stressed.
There's so many things that they can interfere with.
And all these things are normal. These are all normal things that our body does to adapt to stress. But if you live in chronic stress, like, hey, you're living in a chemical-filled environment, that's chronic stress on your body. Even if you emotionally good, chemical stress will have the same impact as emotional stress. So, Dr. Holly, tell us your. Let's dive into how do you detox the home. So for you. Let's make it straightforward. Let's start with how do you clean the house in terms, or how do we clean the house? I guess we both do it. How do we clean the house, or when we have someone come clean our house? I do it too. What? Are you laughing because I don't do it? I do it a lot.
So I saw this meme, or maybe it was a study the other day on Instagram, and it was talking about how the husband adds an extra 40-hour work week in the house for the mom.
Yeah. So does that mean
because we have to clean up after them.
Hey, as long as you're laughing about it, we can keep it going. All right. Anyways, no.
Give us a like and a shout out if you agree out there, all you wives.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I do help clean as well.
Yes.
But what I want to focus on is not my toxic issues. I want to talk about how I
make
the house more.
It just is
adding a 4-hour work week is probably a toxic habit.
That's true. Okay, so if you're listening and you're excited about detoxing your home and you want to take steps and you don't want to get overwhelmed by it, the first place to start, which is the question that he's trying to ask me, is with your cleaning products for sure, because so many of the cleaning products, air fresheners, Glade plugins, and laundry detergents, those things and dishwasher detergents are actually releasing chemicals into your air. And there's a ton of studies on how they create asthma and asthma symptoms and respiratory problems, as well as the laundry list of what Dr. Kyle was talking about in interrupting hormones.
In interrupting you, yes. And which is asthma allergies. That's an immune response.
It's an immune response to your environment.
In your lungs.
Yes.
So what that ultimately means is that chemical, that Glade, is causing inflammation in the lungs.
Yes.
To bring it to like a more serious, if you're asthma and allergies, and it's such a common word thrown around, but that is inflammation.
Inflammation in your lungs. Yes. Well, first, if you have any of those things plugged into your wall, or if you use Glade or scents or air fresheners of any sort, you pull those out right away.
Yeah, let's take a moment, take a break. If you're listening, push pause, go around your house and pull all those out and throw them in the trash. No,
yes.
Actually throw them in the trash outside. When we go on vacations and we go to Airbnbs or something like that, or VRBOs, we go there and the first thing you walk in, you smell it, you're like, oh. I mean, you become so sensitive to these smells now
that you may not notice.
You walk around
them.
the house to find them. We unplug them, and then it's better because it's just so toxic. It
yeah.
Really is.
If you have migraines or headaches of any sort, I would search your house. Detox your home and pull those things out because those are immediate. And if your dog is having issues, quit using those things because there's lots of studies linking dog deaths, diseases, and things from the chemicals from Glade and air fresheners and scents in there.
This is just in our house, right? Not even the stuff you use on your lawn.
No. And it's because the dog is so low to the ground, and obviously they're a smaller weight size, and they can't process the toxins.
A Clorox cleaner or something like that, and it's on your floor.
Oh, I just read a study about Clorox that if you use Clorox in your home, your child is like 75% more chance of having asthma and allergies. Like alone, just from using Clorox to clean your house. Stop using it.
Yeah, and that's why like this detox your home thing is actually, I think it's one of the easiest things to do because like changing your diet, now you got to change your taste buds.
Well, and your habits, and you're like, I'm craving sugar, but this, like, I know, and I like a clean home just as much as anybody else. So I use a lot of vinegar, I use a lot of baking soda,
oils to make it
and
smell
I use a lot
clean.
of essential oils. You can use essential oils to help. Yes, to help it have that fresh scent and that fresh smell in your house for sure. So changing over your cleaning products, like I said, I use a lot of baking soda. I use a lot of vinegar. I use Branch Basics, which is a subscription, and you make your own bathroom cleaner. You make your own window wash. You make your own all-purpose cleaner for the tables, and then you can use it to make your own laundry detergent. I've also used borax to make laundry detergent as well. What were you going to say?
What do you use? So like, let's break it down a little bit. Vinegar, what do you do with that?
Well, you add vinegar, and you can add baking soda to it as well, but vinegar to water, and that's a degreaser. And then I add a little bit of lemon oil to it because that's also a degreaser. And
so you clean your pans, you clean
antiviral.
The stovetop, you clean the ovens like that. That's what you do that for.
I use Branch Basic for a lot of it, and then actual dish soap. I don't love Myers. We've gotten away from that, but I use
because they have a lot of scent.
Yes, and I don't love Seventh Generation because of their agenda, but theirs is a bit cleaner.
So ultimately the way you choose what you're going to use is you got to turn around and read the ingredients.
Yes, you have to read the ingredients
and research those ingredients because some of those aren't always chemicals that you can't understand, but most of the time all that sodium lauryl sulfate, all these different dissolvers are actually really toxic, and the scents.
So why don't we put the list of the toxic top 10 chemicals on the website so that you can look at that sheet, and then when you're purchasing your products, and then maybe some links to some of the products that we use.
So here's what I'll do.
Okay.
So I'll put our QR link there. You hit our QR link, it takes you to I'll put our link tree. I'm sorry. You go to our link tree, and it has the toxic how to detox your home PDF.
There you go.
And you can just get on that.
There you go.
And that's on our website.
Okay. So I would start with your cleaning products. That's the easiest thing to change out, I think. And I've got a few favorites of what I like to use. My cleaning lady always wants to come in and bring bleach to try to get rid of mold. But there's a combination of vinegar and baking soda that you can make a paste, and you can put it in your shower to help prevent mold and get rid of mold. We live in the South, so mold comes very easily. Changing out your detergent so that your kids' clothes they're not walking around wearing the chemicals and being absorbed in their skin, which is their largest organ, every single day. And then we've taken it several steps deeper than that. We have a water purification system on our whole house to remove toxic chemicals, medications, chlorine, chloride, chloramines, which I found out are actually more dangerous than chloride. It does not take out fluoride, which I wish it does. Just our under the sink drinking water one takes out fluoride, but fluoride's a terrible chemical. We could talk about it for a long time. It's a halide, and it can definitely disrupt your hormones, and most specifically in females, it really can disrupt your thyroid gland and the functioning of it.
Females.
Male and females. I just see it more often in females for sure. So we've changed out our water system. We changed out our cleaning products. We have put in our house, and it's one step at a time in terms of investment. All of our mattresses are organic.
In terms of the cleaning products, the prices aren't that much different.
They're not
more expensive.
In fact, if you make your own, it's probably cheaper.
I would say for many years, I didn't buy anything for cleaning products. All I used was vinegar and water and essential oils like lemon and thieves. And that was all the counter cleaning stuff. That was everything else. I mean, I guess I did buy soap, the organic soap for clean dishes. But in terms of like walking around the house cleaning stuff, even clean carpets, like vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, those things are the best.
I use hydrogen peroxide a lot for stains on the carpet, blood stain on the carpet, on the kids' clothes. I have a spray bottle.
There's a lot of blood stains in our house.
What?
It just sounded funny. No. Blood stains on the carpet.
The kids pump their
knee,
yeah, you're skinny. So on children's clothes, I have a spray bottle of hydrogen peroxide, and I use that a lot. And then stains on the carpet, couches, and those, I've used hydrogen peroxide for a lot, and that'll break up and agitate things and clean it.
Yeah. Milk actually does a really good job with blood too, by the way. I used to use that.
You know what they clean it off on the streets with? Coca-Cola.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, Coca-Cola. This is actually, since we're on this is toxic, but it's actually pretty cool. So our chalkboard at the office that we write like different quotes and stuff on. We had a team member, this was a long time ago, and I came into the office, and she was one would clean the chalkboard, and I opened up the fridge of the office, and there's a Coca-Cola. I'm like, wait, who's drinking a Coca-Cola here?
You're fired.
Like it's just it's a shock because we just don't see that in our office.
Yeah.
So, like when a patient walks in with McDonald's, like, I'm like, I don't want to be mean, but don't bring that.
Can you take it off? It stinks.
Yeah. But anyway, so she was like, oh, that's what I used to clean the chalkboard. And it does amazing. It is. So you're drinking that stuff, but it is the best chalkboard cleaner, the best battery acid cleaner.
Yes.
I mean, it's straight acid. It cleans some stuff, but it's also going to destroy your stomach.
100%. 100%. Okay. So we changed over our cleaning products. We put a whole house filtration system in terms of water. You can also
under the sink we have a reverse osmosis. So reverse osmosis is a great way to go if you don't have hey, I don't want to invest yet in something under the sink, or it's a lot of work, or maybe you're renting and you can't do that. I would have there's a filter, water pitcher. The best water pitcher filter out there for getting rid of everything including fluoride is Clearly water. Clearly filter is what it's called. And it's awesome. We take that, so when we go on trips and we're going to stay somewhere, we take the Clearly filter with us
instead of buying bottled water.
Instead of buying a bunch of bottled water with plastic in it.
Yeah.
We reduce plastic in our home as well. So when we have like our leftover food, we don't put them in plastic containers. It goes in glass containers because plastic leaches what we cook with. So what do we used to cook with in terms of pans? Stainless steel. Or ceramic, or we use cast iron some too. But you want to stay away from the what's that stuff called?
Non-stick.
The not non-stick, but it's an actual
Teflon.
Teflon. Yeah, you want to stay away from Teflon. Not only does it get in your food, but it actually gets into your air too. And then one of the other big ones to change is your dishwashing detergent that you.
Well, that would be with your cleaning products.
I guess that's.
But yeah,
that releases all through the house.
Yes.
When you're running the dishwasher.
You ever see like the dishwasher running, and then all of a sudden you see this smoke?
No. We used to do this as kids. You would open it up and put your head in and watch the smoke come out.
That's what's wrong with you.
Yeah, that's
what's wrong with you.
So, anyhow, but yeah, so that's your cleaning products, and then now, how do you make your house smell good? I mean,
essential
some people,
oils.
You use your essential oil, use a diffuser, right?
Or you just keep it neutral. I don't like a scent when you walk into a place. Some people do, like kids, make it fresh. Like bring in some fresh flowers.
Yeah, kids can make things stinky. So you got essential oils is a good one.
Husbands can make things stinky. Yeah.
That's two.
That is two
already in one show.
Right. Okay. So we've also I was going into We've invested in organic mattresses. There's lots of different places that you can purchase organic mattresses.
What company do we use?
And we use Brentwood Homes. I like Avocado Green Mattress. There's several other brands that are out there. Just do your research on what you like.
Why is an organic mattress so important?
So your mattress is actually going to release toxins while you're sleeping, and you lay on it for anywhere from, if you're not a good sleeper, 5 hours to potentially 10 hours a night. And just think you're breathing that in all night long.
They have the fire retardants
and fire
in there.
retardants.
They have all that kind of stuff.
Yes, all of those chemicals are hormone disruptors and cancer causing, and also can lead to the asthma and allergies.
There's
so
a
replacing your
very high amount of benzenes in there, which is linked to leukemia and other kinds of
brain
cancers.
cancer.
Brain cancers.
Yeah. So that was when we moved into our new house. That was one of the investments that I put at the top of our list, and making sure that things were clean in the house.
And sheets. So cotton is actually one of the highest pesticide crops and herbicide crops there is. And the reason it's so high, they just doused it. They have to kill the plant in order to produce that cotton. So they just doused it with the chemicals. So you want to go organic on your sheets. Now, so I was just looking at our rug here, and when you bring in new stuff, so you're going to get new carpet, or you're going to get a new rug, or you're going to get new furniture. It's a little bit harder with furniture, but with carpets and rugs, first thing we do is we let it sit out in the garage for a little bit, and then second thing we do is I cover it with baking soda out in the garage. I'll cover it with baking soda, let that baking soda absorb some of the toxins, and then you vacuum it up. And you can do that once or twice, just kind of help absorb some of the toxins, let it air out, and then you bring it inside. So you're at least minimizing the amount of toxicity that comes from that.
Yeah.
When you paint, we just painted. What do you want to do?
Non-VOC paint.
Non-VOC paint.
Yeah.
So there's just so many levels you can go to detox your home, because again, that chemical stress, it's not that you're getting anal about this, and it's not that you're being obsessed about anything.
Obsessive compulsive.
It's that it's not that. It's that you're trying to reduce as much chemical stress as possible.
Toxic load.
And then again, you have faith in God for the rest. So we're not stressing like, oh, there's chemicals here, we're gonna die. No, we know we've taken care of our body. It's resilient. It can handle the stuff, but I don't want to live in it. Yeah. If I'm in it every single day, it's a constant stressor on our body, which means it weakens the system over time. Chronic stress weakens you. Acute stress, like working out, helps you. So I don't want to be in it all the time.
Right. So with our sheets and our mattresses, we went organic with those, and then you wash them to make sure you get rid of anything beforehand. And then I try for more natural fibers of any sort. So in terms of rugs and your couches and your furniture.
Kids' clothes.
What was that?
Baby clothes.
And clothes, you can go organic on the cotton. And then number one, if you're going to change one thing in terms of organic for your kids and for you, I would change your underwear and make it cotton, because it's the glycophosphates and the toxins that are in the actual cotton or the clothing that you wear is so disruptive to your hormone system. So your underwear would be the most important one to make sure it's rubbing up against you all day long.
So then another level of detoxing, this made me think of the EMFs, because they have EMF protective underwear.
We have a blue shield in the house.
So EMFs are electromagnetic frequencies that come from our Wi-Fi and all of our electrical products. And so so we have something called a blue shield that helps neutralize EMFs, but we also wear certain
EMF protectors.
So
I put them in the kids' shoes.
Hold on. So
I need to
re-put them in the shoes. You have them in the shoes. These are little stickers and things you can use, and they can be effective. We have an EMF monitor that I can actually measure the amount of EMFs, and it does work. But these are really taught hard on our cells at a cellular level, leads to brain cancers and things like that. So EMF protection is really big. Now, this might all get overwhelming. So listen to this podcast, start writing things down, go get the Detox Your Home PDF and all that, and then just start making the change. Don't get overwhelmed with it, just one day at a time. It's like, they always say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
I've never heard that before.
Have you heard this? How do you eat an elephant? Okay, I didn't make it up. It's definitely a saying. You get overwhelmed with something, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time.
What would you say to the vegetarians out there?
How do you eat a tree? I don't know.
One leaf at a time.
One leaf at a time. So we got that right. The other one I was going to go with, what was my?
We have the air doctor in the house to help clean out anything that we can't mitigate.
That's where I was going to go. So we'll give a shout out to Mold Authorities, Andrew Melrose with Mold Authorities, he's a good friend of ours, but he will actually evaluate your home for mold.
Yes.
And test it. and seeing if there's actually mold there, then cleaning that out and getting a good air filter to your house. So there's so many levels of just clean. And again, the air inside is actually more toxic than the air outside.
So get outside.
Get outside, but also open your windows if the air is good outside in terms of temperature as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, filtration for your air conditioners, all that good stuff.
Filters for changing out your air conditioner filter.
So what else do we have? There's so many levels of cleaning the house. We talked about how to make the house smell good. We talked about cleaning dishes. We talked about cleaning countertops, floors, all that. We talked about clothes, dishwashing, laundry. What about body products?
Yeah, phones. We have EMF protectors on our phones.
EMF protectors on our phones.
And turn them off at night.
Yeah, not sleeping next to your phone, next to your head.
Or turn off the Wi-Fi at night.
Yep.
We have a timer on our Wi-Fi, so it turns off at 11 p.m., turns back on at 5 a.m.
Yep. Yeah, so you just
Nobody should be surfing the internet while we're sleeping.
So just your normal timer that you would put on for
Christmas lights. You just put it on the plug that you put your router on.
Yeah. So then what about products that you put on your skin?
So
let me say this. They've shown that women by 9 o'clock have over 500 different chemicals on their skin in terms of just like all the different chemicals in each product. For men, it's like 100 and something. So these chemicals lead to their phytoestrogen. They lead to estrogen issues in the body. And that's why for men, the fastest growing cancer in men right now is actually breast cancer.
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
Believe that. Well, a lot of that's going to be from the plastics too.
Yeah, I'm saying this is
just a combination of all that.
That's adding to these estrogen
that's
issues.
my stomach. Time to eat. In terms of beauty care or products on your body, there's also a list of toxic top 10, but avoiding as much toxic load on your skin as possible and avoiding putting on lots of things. So I'm a minimalist in terms of that department. I have shampoo, conditioner, face wash, and lotion for my face and lotion for my skin. I don't use a lot of other stuff. And I make sure that it doesn't contain any of the estrogen mimicking toxins or phytoestrogens, and that there's not a lot of toxins in it. And I do the same for the kids' shampoo and conditioner and anything that we put on their bodies.
And toothpaste.
We use a xylitol-based toothpaste. The birch xylitol is great at killing bacteria and viruses in the mouth. It's also a sweet taste, so kids and adults like it all in one. We don't use fluoride in any of our toothpaste. And what do you want to add to that?
Yeah, sodium lauryl sulfate. Not having that in your toothpaste, that's a big one. That makes that,
that's
that
in everything.
Fuzzy thing. Yeah, it makes everything soapy like. So getting products that don't have that in there. There's a lot of good ones out there. So it's just evaluating everything around you and making sure that you're minimizing them.
Oh, here's a not takeaway, but adding. So I looked up, there's 10 different plants, and I can't name them right now, but actually will absorb a lot of the toxins and neutralize your air and making your air that much cleaner. And so they look nice, they feel nice, adding green into your space, but also to absorb and neutralize toxins in your air. There's some plants. So if you want to go shopping, go shop for some plants.
If you look on Google, I've done that before. You just say plants to detox your air.
Think ferns do.
I don't remember all of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's really it in terms of detoxing your environment. Is just evaluate all the stuff you're using and everything we just said there. Add all that up, and that is a lot of chemicals just in your home that you're sleeping in, you're living with. And like if you do, let's just say, so this is something for guys and girls, hair products. There's natural ones out there, but for some people, they have their hair product that they use and they don't change that. At least do this. This is something I always think, so like when people hold our babies and things like that.
If you're going to visit a newborn mom.
Let me finish. So people that hold our babies and things like that, they smell like that person. They smell like their perfume. They smell like their hair product. Not only that, they're on the hair product. They're sniffing it, right? And so it's horrible for kids. But then you go to sleep at night and it's still in your hair. And now it's next to you're like sleeping on all night long. So it's just this constant chemical. So if you're not going to change it. I'm less worried
about me and more worried about my baby who's just breathing that in. But William is so sensitive that if you have any perfumes on, he will not want to be in your arms.
Yeah. So if you're going to go visit somebody with a baby, don't put perfume on.
Don't put perfumes on. Don't put smelly lotions on. Don't put a lot of like any toxic chemicals or smells, because that's just going to get absorbed into that tiny little 6 to 8 pound little baby that's fresh and new, and
it's so annoying to spend the rest of the day with your baby smelling like some old lady. It's true though. Your baby smells like that for a good period of time.
Rinse it off.
And we're very sensitive to smell, so it's like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't do that. So just be aware of that. Also, I think that's it. I mean, that's how you really detox your environment. There's food. Obviously, there's food detoxing, and there's all that stuff too. But we just wanted to talk about how do you take care of your home and take care of the environment around you, and then from that point. Again, you just have faith in God and the rest. That there's going to be chemicals. It just is what it is in our world today. Chemicals are in it's in this chair. It's in, it's in our air. So you just want to minimize as much as possible so that it takes some chemical stress off your body, so it has the opportunity to recover. If we're constantly in stress mode, we can't recover. Things like migraines, things like autoimmune issues, fatigue, brain fog, all these things link back to a lot of this stuff. Cancer, obviously, as well. So. Cool. All right, do you have anything else to add?
No.
All right, you guys have an awesome day. This is Owning Your Health, helping you become your own health expert.